Hey, this is Kyle Madson with your top stories on Sports 1140. The Sacramento Kings notched another win last night, 97-92 over the Memphis Grizzlies. De'Aaron Fox led the way with 21 points, 8 boards, and 6 assists. Buddy Hield had a team-high 23 points, and Marvin Bagley had another strong outing with 13 points and 6 rebounds in 22 minutes. The Red Sox took a 2-0 lead in the World Series with a 4-2 win over the Dodgers last night. J.D. Martinez's 2-run single in the fifth broke a 2-2 tie to lift the Red Sox to the win. That series now shifts to Los Angeles. And Week 8 of the NFL season kicks off tonight right here on Sports 1140. The Dolphins are in Houston to take on the Texans, who have won 4 in a row, so a fun matchup there between a couple of 4 and 3 teams. Kickoff is slated for 5:20, and I know nobody cares, but this is my update, and I can do what I want. The Warriors beat the Wizards 144-122 last night behind 51 points from Stephen Curry. In 32 minutes, he went 15 of 24 from the floor and 11 of 16 from beyond the arc. Those are your top stories. Now it's time for The Drive on Sports 1140 KHTK.
Nobody cares.
I said I know nobody cares.
Yeah, but that's like no offense. But you're a moron. Doesn't work.
Hey, with all due respect.
Please have your fake ID ready.
We found the only way to start the day.
Hey.
Get on the go with radio.
Oh.
We like to use it for household music. The daily chores are never a bore. For weather information, this is the station.
3, 2, 1.
Rise and shine, sleepyhead.
I'm not letting you go to work today.
Wait, what?
Everybody, listen up.
Welcome to The Drive.
Morning, morning, morning.
You're gonna talk. Get on the phone at 339-1140. Pretty awesome, huh? Jump in on our text line at 441140.
Everyone is talking about it. You must know that.
The Drive starts now.
Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. That's what she said.
All right, let's do this, kids. Let's do this. Kings win, Kings win, the Kings win. 6:03, wake up. Mainline that coffee, get it all the way in those veins. Welcome into The Drive. Carmichael, Dave, Kyle Madson. Eunice producing the video cast, which you can turn on right now and see us. Yes, hi. Hi, hello. Hello, everybody watching. KHTK.com, top of the screen if you're on your desktop, tablet, or phone, middle of the screen. If you're not watching the video cast, you're missing out on something. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube, brought to you by the Sacramento Republic. Kyle Mason, how are you this morning?
I'm very good. Thank you.
Yes.
It was really funny that you texted me about that, and then not 3 seconds later, I got a tweet about it.
I am very much a fan of your response to it. It's the exact response, which is, well, there's already a text about it. When Gary Gerald, the legendary one, was doing his play-by-play last night, and we have what is called a callback feature in the business, sponsored by our good friends over at Peckus. Play the game. It's your Peckus play of the game. And then Gary will say something nice about Peckus Brothers, and then he will remind you to listen to us in the morning, and then we will play the clip, and then we will say something very nice about Peckus Brothers, because we should, because they're fantastic and been with us for years.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So when the G-Man called us out, he referred to Kyle as Kyle Mason, which I believe is a marriage of Kyle Madson and my old colleague, Dave Deuce Mason.
Yeah.
Well, it's not G-Man's fault. G-Man has about 750,000 things going on. He doesn't have time to remember my name, much less yours, nor should he care.
I think he got confused because your son's name is Mason.
That's a great point right there. Wonder if it's actually on this. I really hope it is. Let's see.
Little motion, Bagley to Heel, to Fox, to Jackson, backdoor cut. Buddy Bucket spins to his right, looks for the cutter. There's the flush thrown down by Marvin Bagley. You gotta love the execution on that set for Sacramento. Let's make that your Petkus Brothers moment of the game. Get that spectacular backyard you've always wanted with a beautiful Petkus Brothers patio or sunroom. The best price, the best value, guaranteed every day from Petkus Brothers.
Okay, it was a different part of the game. And I should have known that because I was listening to it live. That's why I texted you. Want to remind you, in case you missed it, though, by the way, that was your Petkus Brothers moment of the game. Get that spectacular backyard. I've had Kevin Petkus over at my house. True story. He's helped me with my backyard. He's a real deal, real guy. Listen, best price, best value, guaranteed every day. Petkus Brothers. Oh, God. All right, I'll address this because it's one of our bits, and I have to be fair here, and it's going to happen all day, so I'll address this one time. It is very, very uncomfortable for me, but it's kind of not. One of our bits is, as you know, we're nerds about play-by-play. We're nerds about radio. So when we play highlight from out of town, and especially football, especially, in Cincinnati or places like that, a lot of times they'll have ex-athletes as their color commentators, and athletes played the game. They're emotional. They get into it. And then, we'll have a touchdown call, and there'll be some old offensive lineman, and they're going, ah! And you can't hear the play-by-play guy.
Did you hear the Celtics one? It went viral. The Pacers. The Pacers one that went viral.
I don't think so.
Where Oladipo blocked Giannis.
Uh-huh.
And the color guy started yelling about smothered chicken.
No.
Okay, I'll find it.
Well, De'Aaron Fox last night had a huge dunk, and here was the call on the television side.
Good defense by Delly. Fox.
Okay. So elephant in the room is, yes, Doug completely stepped on Grant's call there. He stepped on the call. There's no ifs and buts. I can't defend it. It happened by the true definition of the term. He stepped on the call. It happened. Now, am I biased? Yes. Am I going to treat Doug differently than I'm going to treat anyone else? Yes. Is that disrespectful to Doug? I hope not, because I know Doug would want to be treated and graded and talked about honestly and like anyone else. And I'm going to be honest. Here's the difference. I know Doug, and I know through people around Doug exactly what Doug does. I don't know that, to be fair, about people outside this market, some of which have been doing this for years and years. Doug's effectively in his rookie year. And it's not just sit down and do the game. It's study. And yeah, he played the game, but he's got to study how to do it on the air, how to know all the players, when to come in, when to come out. Being a color analyst, especially in the NBA, which other than hockey is the most fast-paced game to call, it's like, imagine a spinning merry-go-round, and you have to jump on the merry-go-round, do your thing, and then jump off without hitting the ground rolling from the momentum.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's really hard because it's so much more than just knowing what's going on.
Right.
There's a timing and a flow.
The chemistry.
And the chemistry, yeah, with
Yes.
with your broadcast partner, it takes a while to build up.
Now
I have that call ready.
and we'll get to that then. I am a massive Jerry Reynolds fan, disciple, whatever you want to call it.
It's a big Jerry Reynolds house.
I wish Jerry would, I hope Jerry sticks around until he's 150 years old and does games at some point. But Doug has been, I think, fantastic. So I liken it to any player in their rookie year, like a top draft pick. You're going to get a guy, you got a rookie that's scoring 15, 20 points a game, and then in a game, rookie had a bad inbounds play, rookie airballed a shot, rookie missed a rebound or an assignment. Okay, well, it's going to happen. It's crazy it doesn't happen more often. He'll learn. He'll get it. He'll understand. What Doug's reaction last night, and this is what I do like about him, and if you saw the camera on the two of them, you can tell. Doug's reaction, what does make him endearing, in my opinion, is that you're getting a true Kings fan and player and athlete's reaction to the games. Doug reacted as if he was on the bench with teammates. That's what they did.
Yeah.
And in time, Doug is going, I don't think he's ever going to be full broadcaster because I wouldn't want him to be. But Doug's going to have that balance. And Doug works his ass off at both the afternoon show and this. So, yes, he stepped on the call, and we have to be very fair about that. But
it would be disingenuous to say he didn't.
Very disingenuous.
He's done an excellent job. If he was doing a bad job, we would have avoided it. I wouldn't
have read the text. Yeah. We wouldn't have talked about it. You're 100% right.
Can I play this
yes,
real quick
okay,
before we go?
Please reset what you're about to play.
So we're talking about color commentators stepping on calls.
Yes.
This is Victor Oladipo against the Bucks, blocking Giannis Antetokounmpo. It was Oladipo and Giannis one-on-one. Giannis elevates. Oladipo elevates with him and stuffs him at the rim.
Gotcha. Stuffs him at the rim.
To beat the Knicks. It tells you how tough it is.
Oh, yeah! Excuse me.
Oh, no.
Oh, it froze? It's going to restart.
I'm so upset.
Mother chicken all day, that player.
Okay, rewind that a little.
Dang.
Because we got to get that in context.
I will. We have to break. I will get this recorded separately because it's going to freeze like that all morning.
Is it really?
Yeah.
All right, some assorted things I have for you today. And by I say myself and Kyle. I've got John Gruden's sound. I've got Terrell Owens and Chad Johnson sitting next to each other arguing about who's the better receiver.
Terrell Owens.
By the way, this just in, they both think they are. Shockingly.
Whoa.
And the best piece of audio I've had in a long time, I have Mike Ditka from years and years ago as the coach of the Chicago Bears on one of those TV coaches show things.
Yeah.
Hammered. Wasted. Just plowed, and it is glorious. Coming up next, Morning Brew, 8:05, Luke Bourne will join us. That Sam Amick slot, Sam was nice enough to move to 8:35. Luke's going to explain some numbers and analytics to us. Of course, he's the head numbers guru with the Sacramento Kings, Sam of The Athletic. We'll ask him about the Chris Paul fallout. Also want to talk about the David Stern Sports Illustrated interview from yesterday, too, in which the New Orleans Pelicans had to release a statement rebuking the ex-commissioner for his comments. We got a lot of fun stuff to get to you. Big, fat, hairy show. Kings win. We're back in a couple with Morning Brew. Sports 1140 KHTK.
Now here's Carmichael Day.
Here's Welch now working on the far right wing. A little dribble handoff here, an attack along the baseline, up and under reverse, rejected by Bagley, goes right back out, however, and Denver gets a three-point attempt from Devon Akun-Purcell. It's no good. Bagley comes back up the floor. He's going to challenge inside, tries for a twister, and he scores coming down the right side of the lane. Nice job by Marvin Bagley. 123-102.
123-102. Would no way, shape, or form be the score of this game, as a matter of fact. At all, because last night's final was 97-92. And Kyle and I were looking at each other very weird. Here's why. Because I loaded that in before you loaded your sounds in. I didn't, or I did. Kyle's shaking his head.
I'm just shaking my head at you.
At me?
You just don't trust me. It's fine.
No, I loaded in the sounds before you loaded in the sounds. You see what I'm saying? So I went to like the last date. And then it ended up being Kyle and I are looking at each other the whole time. We're like, this call sounds weird.
If you go to the regular daily audio, there's
I got it.
1, 2, and 3.
I just went to the last one. I didn't look at the date.
Oh, okay.
I will take 62% of the blame for that.
That's fair. 38 for me.
38%.
36 for me. 2 for Eunice.
Yeah, Eunice got to share. We're a team here.
Yeah.
Here's De'Aaron Fox.
Conley in transition now for the Grizz. Looks to the left wing. Broken screen from Garrett Temple. Pass broken up. Steal. Bielitsa. Nice bounce pass ahead to De'Aaron Fox. Challenging. Over the shoulder. Two-hand throw down. Back to the basket by De'Aaron Fox off the bounce. Oh, my. Showtime. Kings lead 82-80. Another steal, but a whistle. Fox had it and was off to the races. And this crowd electrified.
That was a great dunk. Not going to lie. And after the game, he said he wished Gasol had gone up, but Gasol's not a shot blocker.
Gasol made a business decision, and I respect him for it.
Remember when you said a while ago, you said there's a chip to Fox's game.
Yeah, there's a little bit middle finger to his game.
Last night was not De'Aaron Fox's best game as a pro, but it's certainly in the conversation. But last night, and we'll get into this a lot, well, it will be a lot of Kings today, De'Aaron Fox showed what we really want from him, what is really the next step, and that is game on the line, game tight. He's going to take over the game. Now, he's got to make free throws. Yeah. That's a big problem. It's a big problem for all of them. But the aggressiveness, I love the aggressiveness. We'll get to that next.
1-0 pitch to JD. Here it is. Swinging a looper to right field. Sinking fast. It gets down for a base hit. Mookie scores. Here comes Benny. He scores too. On to third. Pierce. 4-2 Red Sox.
That place was lit.
Sure was. Yeah, I'm going to stop this because I know we don't have a lot of time. Would you like to hear sound from the Dodgers locker room after that game?
Yeah, please.
Exclusive sound.
Oh, okay.
We here at the Drive planted one of the Drive cameras there and microphones.
Yeah.
Here you go. Dodgers locker room after the game. You hear that? It's weird that every radio show in the country plays the exact same baby crying sound bit, by the way. It's this same sounder. Next time you hear somebody do that, just note it. Jim Rome does it. The New York guys back east. We all have sound of the Dodgers crying after last night's game. It's insane. Yeah. You know the LA Dodgers trivia question, Kyle. Not really a trivia question, one of those trivia factoids we love. The LA Dodgers are just 2 losses away from not winning the World Series for the 30th straight year.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine.
I can't.
I can't either.
I cannot imagine.
His last one won in 89 before I was born.
Sooner than the Dodgers.
That's a great fact.
Sooner than the Dodgers.
Yep.
I feel bad for him.
No, you don't.
Not in the slightest. It's like my favorite thing. Like, I would have, if you gave me a choice because of the magnitude of the games, if you gave me a choice between the Kings, if the Kings had to lose last night for the Dodgers to win, get blown out, Kings. Not that I love the Giants more.
Ooh,
oh.
I'm going to isolate that just so you know.
Oh, you're just going to get blown out, Kings?
No.
Hey, I'll stand by that. 82 games in the Kings season.
You misspoke and said that if the Kings had to lose for the Dodgers to win, you would take that.
Oh, I did. Oh, don't isolate that. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. SOS.
Back to throw Osweiler. Looking, goes to his right, away from pressure. Throws it downfield, touchdown! Danny Amendola. What a catch by Danny Amendola into traffic to come down. Brock Osweiler on the run to the outside.
Oh, Thursday Night Football, not Monday Night Football. Thursday Night Football tonight. Texans, Dolphins, next. This has all the makings of being a crap Thursday night game.
Yeah, this just really reeks of just poop.
14-12.
Yeah.
Something stupid. Watch, it's like 35-31 in overtime.
Yeah, just a fascinating game.
You couldn't have 35-31 in overtime, though. I just want to make a note of that. No, couldn't. No, right? No chance.
30? No.
Well.
No. Because you can score 3 or 6 in overtime.
I was going to say,
if
they scored the field goal and then you kick the extra point for the touchdown, you could.
Yeah, but you wouldn't kick the extra point.
You wouldn't kick the extra point. Wasted way too much time on that. By the way, somebody says, does anybody have an injury update on Marc Gasol? Hate seeing anyone injured. I saw Dave Yeager and Gasol still in uniform talking in the hall after the game, and Gasol looked very jovial and was patting Yeager, his old coach, on the back, and they were walking down the tunnel. I think he'll be fine. I just think that was a massive ouchie with De'Aaron Fox dropping on him. We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, how about some Kings Memphis highlights for you?
Some highlights.
Highlights and much, much more. Kings win today. We'll talk about that next right here on Sports 1140. Kings win yesterday. KHTK.
Hey, this is Kyle Madson with your top stories on Sports 1140. The Sacramento Kings notched another win last night, 97-92 over the Memphis Grizzlies. De'Aaron Fox had a good game with 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Buddy Hield had a team-high 23 points, and Marvin Bagley had another strong performance with 13 points and 6 boards in 22 minutes. The Red Sox took a 2-0 lead in the World Series with a 4-2 win over the Dodgers last night, thanks to J.D. Martinez's 2-run single in the 5th that broke a 2-2 tie. That series now shifts to Los Angeles. Week 8 of the NFL season kicks off tonight right here on Sports 1140. The Dolphins are in Houston to take on the red-hot Texans, who have won 4 in a row, so a fun matchup between a couple of 4-3 teams. Kickoff is slated for 5:20.
Hey.
I was going to do the Warriors thing, but I decided not to.
Do what you want. It's your update.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. The Warriors won 144-122 last night. Stephen Curry had 51 points on 24 shots, including 11 of 16
Oh,
from 3.
that's cheating. You cut off my sounders, you cheater.
Okay, here we go. I'll do it again.
No.
I'll just read it again because he had 51 points on 24 shots. 24 shots. 11 of 16.
De'Aaron Fox better.
Those are your top stories. Now back to the drive on Sports 1140 KSGK.
Here we go. The drive continues now.
Here's Conley with a drive and a bounce pass inside. Bielitsa challenges Jackson at the rim. The shot caroms up off the iron. Grabbed by Belly. Into the front court to Buddy Hield. Wing 3. He's got the triple. Kings have an 11-7 start, and Bickerstaff out on the floor calls a timeout. Offensive rebound putback comes up short by Jackson, grabbed by Justin Jackson of Sacramento. To Fox, quickly up the floor in the lane, teardrop 8-footer. He's got the bucket. It is a 5-point ball game at 55-50. De'Aaron Fox now has 12 points. He is Sacramento's leading scorer, one of 3 men in double digits for the Kings. There's a 3-point fake here on the part of the Grizzlies. A block by Pele on the drive from Brooks. Grabbed by Bagley. Runs it into the front court. Gives to Hield. Going for 3. He's got the triple. Score tied at 78. So Belly missed the air ball. Goes to the defensive end. Blocks a shot. In transition, the Kings find Hield. And it's tied at 78. 3-point shot. Gasol, right wing, off the iron. Justin Jackson cleaning up some rebounds off those misses. Just grabbed his 8th of the night. Can the Kings stretch the advantage? 84-80. Here's Belly for 3. The rainbow. He's got the triple. A 9-0 Sacramento run makes it 87-80. Marshawn Brooks. But a bad pass. Grabbed by Fox. Leads it out. Justin Jackson. Quick reaction on the gather. 11 unanswered points for Sacramento. What a nice job of body control. And a quick, soft touch by Justin Jackson off the glass to make it 89-80. He drives. He pulls up. He can't get a shot. Skips it to Fox. Throws it right back inside to Cauley Stein. Rolls to his left. Drop step right. Jump hook. He's got the bucket. Huge possession and score for the Kings with 1:02 to go. It's 94-86. Great ball movement, and Cauley Stein capped it off.
Many years, and one of the things that happened with the young Mike Conley, O.J. Mayo, Rudy Gay, Marc Gasol, was they got to a point where they said, we're just going to go out and we're going to hang together and we're going to go as hard as we can every single night. And they kept growing and they got better and better. And that's what I like about our club. We are on the second night of a back-to-back. We made a lot of mistakes against a veteran team, but we just kept coming and coming and coming. And we overcame those mistakes with our effort, and just a fantastic win. We talked about the difference between being 1-4 and 2-3 mentally, whether you realize it or not in a long season. It's interesting to start off that way. So it's kind of almost a must win against a good team who was sitting here rested. So I was really impressed with our effort. A couple of individual notes. I think that Willie Cauley Stein just played 5 of the maybe the better guys in our league at his position. I thought he held his own and really made a statement that he belongs. And it's been a tough 5 games. I think he's battled and done a terrific job. And what can you say about Buddy Hield? It seems sometimes he makes some mistakes, sometimes he's frantic. The guy's spirit is so pure. He loves to play and he loves his team.
Coach Dave Yeager, a lot of highlights behind him. 2-3 on the year, and your Kings meter, your Kings inverted negativity game score. The Kings are now 2-3-1. Still just a lot of people out. There's still the one moral victory over Utah. We don't just hand those out like candies. It has to. Somebody asked me last night at halftime out of the game, said, which is great when I see people out of the game and they're starting to ask, like, hey, would this be a moral victory if we lost? I like that you're picking that up. But somebody asked me, I think under no circumstances would last night have been a moral victory. That's a team you're at home against Memphis.
Yeah, against a banged-up Memphis team.
Yeah. Now let's be real. Let me turn this down. Let me be real careful here, real clear. I don't want to avoid this at all. I thought they were going to get blown out last night. You called the win.
I did.
You called the win, and congratulations to you, Kyle Madson. If this was Nostradamus, you get a fine score.
I did say 119-112.
Whatever.
But they won by 5 instead of 7. I'm taking that.
They won. You called it. I thought that they'd get blown out. And I also like that a lot of fans online, too, are like, hey, you feel bad about your prediction? And I really do. I like that people are engaged, is my point.
Yes.
It's all in good fun. Do I feel bad about my prediction? No.
Yeah, I kept you up last night.
No.
Do you feel bad about this?
If you gave me a choice because of the magnitude of the games, if you gave me a choice between the Kings, if the Kings had to lose last night for the Dodgers to win, get blown out, Kings. That's so out of context. It's not even out of context. That's just me having issues. Oh, God.
I'm saving that forever.
What a horrible. Get blown out, Kings. Now, that part I can be like, well, that's out of context. Get blown out, Kings. But the first part, if the Kings have to lose for the Dodgers to win,
God.
Get blown out, Kings. Oh,
that's tough.
I can't be held responsible for anything said before 9 a.m. Ever. So, no, I don't feel bad. It's always weird, those situations. Like, number one, no, because they won. And I would happily be wrong 82 times a year. Give it to me. 100%. And anybody who cares more about their prediction, and for example, what's the alternative? I want the Kings to lose so I can come in and say I told you so. Well, that's not being a Kings fan. You're not a Kings fan. You're a U fan. You're a mirror fan. Screw that. That's number one. Number two, though, here's where the punk in me comes out just a little bit. Because if the Kings had lost last night, here's what I wouldn't have done this morning. I wouldn't have come. Told you guys, Kings lost. Told you it was going to happen.
Yeah, you would have just dumped an ice bucket on somebody's head.
Yeah, well, that's different. But, the 7 million other times I've predicted the Kings lose and they lose, I'm not like rolling around scoreboarding that either.
Right.
I thought the Kings were going to lose last night. I'm glad I was wrong. But I also want to caution everyone. And again, I happily be wrong. Everyone should be happy. And by the way, everybody can feel however the hell they want to feel. Let me make that really clear. But the higher the high, the lower the low is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The higher the high, the lower the low. Now, I predicted this team. Everyone's picking up on the 3-17 part. And I said 3-17 is absolutely in play. I could see him go as high as 6-14, as low as 3-17. That's what I said. That's the quote. They got to win one more game in their next 15 to tie the lowest expectation I have. And they got to win, four out of their next 15 to get to the highest.
I think this Memphis game was one we had both circled as like, hey, that's one of the winnable ones.
Washington's coming in Friday. And, remember, they beat Portland a couple nights ago in overtime.
They didn't win last night.
They did not win last night. So either if they had won, it'd be like they're on a roll. They're lost.
1-4.
It's like, well, they're hungry. They're hungry. They're due. It's gonna be fun to watch Fox and Wall go at it. I'll tell you that. A couple of Kentucky guys, but I just don't want to see people crash and burn. I'm not saying don't be excited. Please understand that. I'm saying, could we win 40? I had somebody legitimately ask me last night if playoffs could happen this year. Here's my answer to both. They could win 40. They could win the playoff or get to the playoffs. Overwhelming chance they don't. If you start adjusting your ceiling, your expectation, if you start pushing your expectation up, that means by proxy, your floor is going to rise as well. This is probably still going to be a bad team this year when it comes to the record.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because we're seeing a lot of really good stuff from the young guys that indicates that this team's going in the right direction, which is what you want to see. When you start thinking playoffs, if this team winds up winning 27 games, if you start thinking playoffs after 5 games and they end up winning 27, you're going to see this year as a letdown, even if it was a very positive year.
That is 100% correct. You're going to tell me I can't take this call, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a break. Tim,
hang on the line.
Tim, I used to be a caller. I feel you. I wanted to take the call. Kyle said no. He does not have any respect for your time.
That's a lie.
So if you're, Tim's got to go to work, do something, and now he's going to hold for a few. He might hold. We'll see. If Tim holds through the break, Tim's going to lead us off. If Tim doesn't hold through the break, Kyle has to make believe like he's a caller when we get back and fill Tim's spot.
Oh, I can do that.
It's the drive. Sports 1140. That's a bad idea. KHTK. Thank God Kyle does not have to play the part of a caller. Tim is held. I'll let Tim and the rest of you know. Luke Bourne, the analytics guru for the Sacramento Kings, going to join us at 8:05. We'll have a little stats 101 to help Kyle understand what's going on. Sam Amick of The Athletic at 8:35. As promised, 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Tim, thank you for holding. Friend, you're on the drive. Hi, Tim. Did I? There we go. That's weird. It didn't press. I'm sorry, Tim. Hello. Go ahead.
Oh, man, I started panicking.
I know.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, buddy.
Nobody can question your loyalty and your honesty with this team. If they do, I question their sanity. I love you, Dave. I love this team so much. It's okay to be thrilled over these wins, though, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Of course it is. Listen, for either way, it's okay, and I'll tell you why. Option 1, this team's going to be a lot better than we thought, so let's have fun and let's go on the ride. Option 2, this team's going to suck. If this team ends up sucking, Tim, and ends up being the 25-win team a lot of us thought they would be, well, then enjoy the wins while you get them, because there's not going to be that many.
That's right, Dave. And I think a lot of us, we understand what you've done to keep this team. We love this team. I mean, I know I'm not alone in how much I just love this team, and I know that people that give you any kind of crap over it, that's just ridiculous. Yeah. I don't think that's a huge problem.
Nah, it's not. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Tim, and I appreciate it.
Checks in the mail, Tim. Thanks.
I get a little uncomfortable. Yeah, Tim, listen, and I love Tim. Tim's a good dude, and I get what he's saying. Let me be very clear. I'm not really complaining. Any crap I get is well deserved and all in fun, because we are a dysfunctional Kings family. We're dysfunctional. If you ask Jay Billis, we're a very dysfunctional Kings family, and these fans, and I include myself in this, deserve to feel good. It's something I was saying last night, too. Now, I am still, and I will be for a long time, this team could probably be 43-7, and I'd probably be coming on being like, guys, listen, okay? They've only played 50 games. All right? They've only played 50.
This is a young team. We haven't seen them do it in the playoffs.
Second half, the stretch is going to be tough, But if you happen to be in the camp of, I love this team. I think this team is going to be better. I like what I've seen. If you're in the uber positive camp, and I'm not ripping you, here's something I was exploring last night as far as mentality goes. Well, if that's the case, then don't you kind of have to? Because I'm hearing a lot of De'Aaron Fox looks fantastic. Marvin Bagley looks better than I thought. Oh, my God, Bielitsa, what a great signing. Willie Cauley-Stein looks engaged.
I saw someone say that Bielitsa was low-key the Kings' best signing of the offseason.
I saw...
It was their only signing of the offseason.
Was that... Because I saw a tweet very similar, but it said, if he keeps this up, he'll be the best free agent signing we've had since Vlade Divac. The different tweets, maybe?
That was a text message.
Okay.
On the Jiffy Lube text line.
Don't you have to give credit to Vlade and Coach Yeager if you're in that camp? Now, don't knee-jerk at me and say, it's way too early. If you're in the way too early for credit camp, I'm not talking to you. But I'm saying, if you're saying, team's better than I thought, these players are doing better than I thought, Bielitsa, blah, 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 Bagley, well, here's the thing. And I've been as big of Vlade, haters, the opposite of the word. I love Vlade. Criticizer. There is. Critic, thank you. Vlade grabbed Bielitsa from Europe and brought him over here. Bielitsa was going back to Europe. He brought him over here. He signed him. Vlade drafted Marvin Bagley. Somebody on Twitter told me yesterday so very incorrectly, Vlade gets no credit for drafting the obvious number 2 pick. No, friend. The obvious number 2 pick was Luka Doncic. By about 98% of everyone, experts, athletes, fans, Luka Doncic. Still might be, by the way. But Vlade went with what he wanted, not with what the crowd wanted.
This is a big Vlade house.
Vlade put this team together. By the way, the one miss he had in the summertime was he tried to sign Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine's averaging, 30 a game?
He's having a good year.
Way too early, in my opinion. A lot to go.
Keep Vlade's name out your mouth.
But I'm just saying, if you're in that camp, maybe you need to kind of tip your hat to the guy. Oh, and P.S., Dave Yeager's coaching his ass off. Yeah, you don't have a Yeager drop there, do you? Dave Yeager's coaching his ass off. This ain't easy. This is high-level coaching going on right now.
Out your mouth.
High-level coaching.
Can I pay off smothered chicken since we have about a minute left?
Can you? Okay, here's what I just heard right now. Can I play off smothered chicken?
Uh-huh.
Is that what you said?
No, can I pay off?
Can you pay off smothered?
Yeah, the smothered chicken call.
Oh, the call from earlier. Please reset once again for our new audience.
So earlier we were talking about color commentators and their timing.
Yes.
And there was a call recently between the Pacers and the Pacers-Bucks game where the Pacers color commentator went off when Victor Oladipo stuffed Giannis Antetokounmpo at the rim. Giannis went up, Vic went up with him, and just stuffed him.
Yes.
Right at the rim. Jump ball call. Here's the call.
Okay.
Bird to beat the Knicks. It tells you how tough it is.
Oh! Yeah! Excuse me. Smothered chicken all day, that player. All day. Oh, yes. That's smothered chicken. Here, go up, smother it. Ooh, with a little gravy. Just a bit of gravy.
We got our first of the year.
Oh, my goodness.
Who was that? Do we know
that?
That
was the Pacers color commentator. I don't know who it was.
Oh, we've got it.
Yeah,
I'm going to need you to send me that clip. That's going to need to live on the show.
Okay. Yeah, please.
He's
with a little bit of gravy.
Did he say he smothered chickened him? Smothered. That's some smothered chicken.
Okay, so in searching for this, I saw a clip that was titled "Smothered Chicken." It was from it was NBA.com. It said "Smothered Chicken." Blah blah blah. Apparently, that's just what this guy calls blocks.
Block shots?
Because he's done it before. This is not a first. This wasn't a off the cuff. This is a planned thing. Grant has. If you don't like that, you don't like NBA basketball.
Yeah.
This guy has smothered chicken.
Now, when somebody pisses me off on Twitter, I'm just gonna smothered chicken them. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
We'll take a break. Oh, so I think that's Quinn Buckner. I'm looking at the list right now. I think that's Quinn Buckner. If we're talking about the TV side, that's Quinn Buckner. That's fantastic. We'll take a break.
I like that he says, "Excuse me."
Excuse me, but excuse me, we have smothered chicken. We have a smothered chicken alert. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kings beat the Memphis Grizzlies. I guess at some point we shot by the Red Sox and Dodgers. I just don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, the Red Sox won.
Yeah, they did win. They're up 2-0. They'll play in a couple days. There's your World Series update. Kings beat Memphis. We got 4 down territory coming for you. Luke Bourne will join us at 8:05 to talk analytics. Sam Amick of The Athletic. It's The Drive. Sports 1140 KHTK.